extra. So there's been a few updates to the version of GENNY that I just made a tutorial for, and I see that main problems that I mentioned last time were addressed and fixed now. So, for example, you can now log VGM not by setting up the highest notes, but by lowest ones. And the drum import is now downsampling to 11,000 Hertz, which reduces the size of the VGM, which is cool. So I'm recording this to update the way this program operates now. And also I forgot to mention that the YM2612 chip has limitations of only 6 channels. So you can, for example, play chords, bass, and drums and then melody, because that's already too much. Or, well, for example, in this song, Kyoto Song by The Cure, one of my friends asked to translate it. So there's 4 notes, 4 chords for these. And they already take up to 6 channels, I think. Well, if you look at the channel indicator in here, it says how many channels it occupies. So this line alone already fills up 5 channels at any given time. So I couldn't even add it to the same one. But the rest of it, without this one, would be like... As you can see, wait, okay, so the way I set it up is Koto is only occupying channel 1, bassline is on the 2nd, and the guitar I had to turn off because it used to mute all the other channels. In fact, I'm gonna show how it used to sound. Yeah, when I unmuted, let's just hear it. That's because the channel limit has been over. The strings and the melody and the drums especially all occupy the same channels that the chords are trying to fill, and that way not every note is going through, so you have to make sacrifices in these cases. For example, I would, if I wanted to export this file to VGM, I would have to remove a few notes or maybe mute different channels when, you know, you have to prioritize. This song technically couldn't be played on the hardware because it has more than 6 channels. This one has, I think, like 5 on this and 4, it's like 9 in total. So this one I had to cheat a little and use a few instances of GENNY. And this is one thing that I forgot to mention about the plugin if you wanna make VGMs. And also, as far as I can tell, right now if I wanted to log VGM right now, I would have to use the lowest note. So let's see, log VGM, okay. Yeah, so right now it's at C0 and C sharp. Looping point is D. Okay, so it's note 0 and note 1. By the way, you don't have to stack every single element in one pattern. You can just use playlist as you would normally. Just remember to use different colors for every instrument. So right here I have a Koto. It's channel 1. Then the melody is channel 5, and you can set the channels inside of the sequencer, I guess it's called. So this one is 2nd, the melody is 5th, and the strings are 4. And then the drums, I also added the drums, by the way, which is quite unusual to even have drums. But I used the stack ones from Earthworm Jim because I'm not too confident in my abilities to add my own samples yet. Maybe I'll use it when I make my own music. So let's say I wanted to export this to VGM now. So I can just add new pattern, F4, and set it up in the beginning, right? Like so, I guess. So all you need to do now is to go to the very bottom of the page. Oh, okay. Wait, what channel is it? Does it matter, I wonder? Okay, and then for the end of the track you can create a separate pattern and set it in here and let this be like that. Yeah, so this is how you do VGM logging now, except I would still have to play the entire song if I wanted to export it. By the way, I think from this version onward it's not gonna be pitched down. I think it's been fixed and I'm curious to see about that. But I'm not gonna log this song, I don't think, because it's 4 minutes. I'll just open different project. Okay, so I'm just gonna use the same one I used last time, but instead of using the upper notes, I'm just gonna place it here and here. Yeah, this is my start and finish. And by the way, does it have... No, it doesn't produce any sound. That's cool. Yeah, let's just log that one. I just wanna see if it actually exports with the right tuning. Log VGM, yes. Let's just call it something. And you have to play it, of course. Wait, what happened there? It sounded like the first note. Okay. Why, though? I think it's because the... Wait, no, that's weird. Well, I guess you would have to set the velocity down. Yeah. Okay. By the way, I forgot to move the... Oh, I know. I'm gonna do it properly this time. So I'm gonna copy or even cut this bass and paste it in new pattern, but in the same channel. There. And I'm gonna change the color to second. Alt-C. So now they're on the same channel, except I have to also choose the instrument again, because the way I did the video yesterday is not accurate anymore. It's been yesterday, but it has been changed, and it's so cool that the plugin is being updated constantly. So I have to now add another channel. I think it's one of these, and it's also on channel 2. So yeah, there it is. Let's log it again. So log VGM, starting point, end point, and start. Yeah, let's go. It's still going. I'm not pressing anything, I just wanna... Oh, it stopped abruptly. I think it's there now. Okay, I'm just gonna play it through foobar. Okay, so I just dropped the VGM into foobar player. Okay, so here's how it sounded yesterday. I think it should be like a few semitones lower. Yeah, absolutely. Or maybe these are just different instruments. Okay, and this is the new one. That's it, yeah. It now sounds as it should. Great. Yeah, I think it's one semitone lower for some reason, but it was, I should say. So right now it all works perfectly, which is great, because I was blown away by the sheer ability to create VGMs, and I didn't notice that they weren't perfect, but now they are. So it's been fixed and it's good. This is how you do it now. Okay.